How you doing, everybody? Tim here from the Tactical Defender. I have two bags with me today that I want to talk about. One, I have the Vanquest VPacker, and I also have the Maxpedition Versipack. This is the Jumbo S-Type. I've had the Jumbo for roughly 6 years, I think, and I've had the Mobius, you're looking at, give or take 5 weeks, okay? I know you've seen videos on both these bags before doing a comparison review. I want to give you my 2 cents. There's things I really like about the Vanquest over the Maxpedition, and then there's several things I really like about the Maxpedition over the Vanquest. I figured I'll give you my 2 cents, my philosophy or opinion on the difference between them, and let's do that right now. Alright, first what I want to say, I want to start off by saying is that these are both great bags. One, the Maxpedition, is slightly more expensive than the Vanquest, although the materials and I think thought put into the Vanquest pretty much exceed and outdo the Maxpedition. There is, give or take, I would say a $20 to $30 price difference, Maxpedition being more expensive. You will do very well and be very pleased with either one of these bags. Either one of these bags are going to fill their role and then some. This has been in my family. I've had the Maxpedition Jumbo for, give or take, almost 6 years roughly. And as I said earlier, this one is fairly new. I would say about 5 weeks or so, maybe a little bit more than that. I've used it daily since I've gotten it, and I love it. I like it a lot, but there's a couple things I don't like about it. This, as I mentioned, been around a very long time. There is very little I don't like about it, but the things that I don't like about it are, well, pretty significant. They're pretty important, and I want to discuss the difference between them, why I think I'm going to stay with the Vanquest over the Jumbo, over the Maxpedition, because I'm not going to keep both. Unfortunately, one has to go, and so far, I believe it's going to be the Vanquest that stays, and the Jumbo goes. All right, we got 2 bags here. Vanquest Mobius, Maxpedition Jumbo. They're both left side carry, so it hangs on your left side. I carry a handgun on my right, and I don't want my bag, this bag, to impede if I have to get to that handgun quickly, so I bought the version that hangs on your left. Now I'm going to tell you, it really doesn't matter. All that does is place the water bottle in the back, as opposed in the pouch, the small pouch here in the front of the bag. You can swing the bag around, you can hang the left side carry bag on your right, and it's just going to move the placement of your water bottle or the pouch. That's all that does, really. Honestly, I believe that's all that really does. Now, one very big difference between the two of these is the material that it's made out of. They both have great quality, although very different makers, different brands, but they both have very good quality buckles, snaps. They both use YKK zippers. Very happy about that. Vanquest inverts or turns inside out their zippers. So there really is no seam. It really does keep out dust and debris better than Maxpedition. You can see here, you can actually see the zipper, where here you don't actually see the zipper. You just see the material that would be behind this zipper. Good idea. I think that's fantastic that they do that. Too bad they do not. A huge thing, which is what I was trying to get at, was that the Vanquest, as is all their gear, is made out of 1000 denier Cordura. It's the real stuff. Whereas Maxpedition, although very good, they use regular 1000 denier ballistic nylon. It's not Cordura, it's not any particular name brand, but it is very strong. I have gone hiking, climbing, I've rolled on rocks, off of rocks, down mountains. Well, I don't want to make that sound bad, but with this, and it still to this day looks brand new. Nothing wrong with this bag at all. All right, they both have a top pocket. They both have hook and loop on the top. The Vanquest added some elastic bands here, nylon elastic band. You can put a pen, a marker, any number of things that will fit. They're rather small, but you can fit any number of things. Nothing like that here. This pocket on the Vanquest is quite bigger than the Maxpedition, but they both have it. They also both have a CCW pocket. All right, the pocket, and you can probably tell that there's a little bit of a size difference. The pocket over here is smaller, although very functional, than the pocket on the Maxpedition Jumbo. Now, I also do believe that regardless of the size of your gun, I believe you can just about get, other than a Smith & Wesson, what is it, the Magnum 500, I believe you can get any Glock, any Smith & Wesson, any Beretta of that, anything like that, you're gonna get in there. And for sure, get in there. By the way, they both have Velcro on the inside, so you can put different accessory, hook and loop accessories in there. All right. Let me turn it this way. They both have a bottle holder. Roughly the same size, give or take. The difference between them is, and they both have a paracord with a lock so you can cinch it down. They both have that. The difference between them, Maxpedition has this here, which works very well. I've got no problem with that at all. And the Vanquest doesn't have that, but they do, however, have these on the side so you can cinch it down. I've never used these. I leave them loose and I leave that open, and in roughly 5 weeks, I've never had a bottle fall out of that, ever. And I've been using it daily. Never had a bottle fall out. Same with this. Even when I don't use this very often, I'll have this pulled over the top and leave that open so I don't have to keep doing that. And it's kind of weird, but what I don't want is people hear that. If you're in public, it turns heads. I don't want that. It's really not that big of a deal, honestly, but I just don't want it. Anything to not draw attention. Every time I need to grab my drink, I have to do that. So very often I will drop this down inside, or I pull this over the top. Now on the opposite side, they both have a pocket with 2 zippers and some PALS webbing on the outside. They both have also paracord for pulse. The Vanquest is well known for, they do this thing with their paracord pulls. They're in a circle. I mean, it's nice. I do find myself, instead of just grabbing it, I do find myself putting my finger in there and doing that. Now, the other difference is, inside this pocket, I actually have something in there, but there's not, it's just an empty, open pocket. There's nothing at all, no pouches, no netting, no nothing. Whereas Vanquest, they have 2 small pockets in there on both sides, and the whole interior, as you can see, is orange, and it really does help you look for stuff inside. Not a lot of light, but it does help. And I do know now whether or not, because they both use YKK zippers, whether or not it's the way the zipper is designed, the inverted zipper, but I can use one hand the majority of the zippers on this much better than the zippers on this. One thing I don't want to leave out, on the CCW pocket, you get one large YKK zipper. All right, works good, just the plain, very industrial strength YKK zipper. On the Mobius, you actually get two zippers. They look a little bit smaller than this, but they are YKK, but they also have a lock on them. They both have a ring. You can actually put a lock on there because remember, that is where your CCW, that's where your handgun's gonna go. So two zippers, lockable zippers, one zipper, not capable of locking. Now let's bring it around to the back. All right, now let's bring it around to the back. Maxpedition, padded, very strong. Never had a problem. I have no fraying, no nothing going on whatsoever. This has been on mountains, hiking, camping. I'm telling you, it's been everywhere. It's been a diaper bag, an EDC bag, a range bag, a camera bag. It's been everything, okay? Nice, very strong, some padding. The back of the Vanquest, same thing. Very nice, very strong. By the way, they both come with a waist strap. I don't like those. I took it off. Grab handle for the Mobius is on, not in the middle, but on the back of the bag. All right. It does take a little getting used to reach down to grab it, or usually I grab it, you know, any different way. But it is behind the bag, but not that big of a deal. Whereas the grab handle on the Maxpedition is right on top. You just reach down and you're grabbing the handle. Again, they both have a very nice handle. This is padded with neoprene, very nice. It's not a big deal, the fact that this is not, but it does. They both have it. That's really nice to have. Now, no fraying, no rips, no tears, no nothing. I can tell you, and this isn't a deal breaker. I don't know if you're gonna get this in the camera. And I can see it here. I wish it'd be in the camera. I used this one time. Actually, where I actually made the review of this was on a concrete block out in this sand dune. Just that one time on that concrete block, the padding here, which is really soft, but very nice, but very soft, is all coming kind of like an old sweater, and I want to say pilling. I had that going on just because of that one time on a rock where it did move or slide around. Now remember, I've done some serious stuff with this bag, and it slid down rocks, hiking, everything, and I have nothing like that that's going on here. I'm not sure if you're going to get that in the camera or not, but it's happening here. It's not a deal breaker, but I just wonder if that one time laying on top of a rock, what if I continue doing that? What if I go camping? What if I slide down a rock face? What if I you know, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say. I don't know. I don't think it's going to rip. I just think eventually, probably a lot quicker than this, because this has nothing at all. And I'm just trying to be really, really fair. It was on a rock. Maybe you're not supposed to lay this down flat like that on a rock. It has to be standing up. But anyway, again, not a deal breaker, but that is a little bit of a concern for me. And now let's talk about the straps real quickly. They both have fantastic straps. They both have a number of different webbing and so on there. We have some webbing and stuff there. They're both very strong, almost identical. This has a metal, I think it's called an H clip or HK clip, something like that, for keys or light or whatever. I have one problem with this particular strap, is the fact that the shoulder strap moves a lot. I mean, moves a lot. it wanders. I'm constantly adjusting it and fixing it on my shoulder. Very padded, comes off. It's in great shape. I like it a lot. It moves all the time. I'm always adjusting it. On the Vanquest, same thing, same PALS webbing. You got a little bit of a pocket over here. All right, nice pocket. It's not a big pocket, but you can put something there. You have a morale or flag Velcro patch area for something right there. They both have a quick release. This quick release has a little extra lock on it. This does not. You push the two sides in and it's done. This one here, nice, robust, very strong, but you have to push that and then those. The Maxpedition does not have that. This also has a very strong, but a plastic, like a little ring for, I've hung this whole bag full of gear in a locker at work by this one ring for 5 hours. I only worked part-time, I was only there for 4 or 5 hours. I hung it there to see how that did. Didn't stretch, didn't come undone, the bag was still hanging there, everything in it, very strong. Now I can tell you that this particular shoulder strap is as comfortable as the Maxpedition, but this does not move unless I move it. As I'm walking with the bag, doing stuff with the bag, this stayed on my shoulder. I didn't have to stop and keep adjusting it. As I'm out with the family, out hiking, walking, anything, going in and out of work. So I would say this is a much better shoulder strap than that. For that very reason, not having to fix it and move it. On the front of the bags, both of them have a very nice, generous pocket on the front to put a number of things. All right. Same thing. They both have their logo. They both have a hook and loop as well there. Now, when you open it up, they both have what I call like a rain fly or a protective weather top on the inside. They both bungee, you pull it down, put it in the lock, and it just keeps a little extra way of keeping moisture, rain, if you get caught in rain, out of inside the bag. Now, they're both tightened all the way. And you can see that there really is no more give on this one. I can't fit in it. Whereas this one, for the Maxpedition, look at the difference. Now the Maxpedition is slightly bigger, which is one of my gripes about the Vanquest. I just wish it was a little bit bigger. Story of my life, always wish it was bigger. I do wish this was a tiny bit bigger, and I said that in the full review. Where this one is, there's a lot more. I can really put a lot and a lot more in this bag. So we're gonna open this up. I'm going to take out a couple things that I have in there. Now the Vanquest, I just stuck a towel in there just to kind of fill the bag out so that way I could demonstrate the bag. Now when you put the, what's called a rain fly, when you put the weather or rain fly in, there is a difference between these bags. These two items here, I keep a lot of stuff in. I just don't throw all my stuff in there. If I put these in, all right, I still have another inch or two, a couple inches on the top, and I can put my hand down on the side. See, I can put stuff, more stuff in there. A little something on the top, maybe some stuff down on the side. With the Vanquest, I put those in, and they really do take up all the bag. Now I'm missing something out of this. It would be a little bit thicker. I can get my hand, but it's tighter. This is just a little smaller. If this was just, let's say, 1 inch taller, 2 inches length, it really would be absolutely perfect. I'm going to leave those out for now. Inside, big open pocket with a lot of stuff in there. Again, they have the orange lining all on the inside, some Velcro in there on the very bottom. But I mean, you can see all the seams are taped. I mean, the quality that was put into the Vanquest Mobius is just fantastic. It is orange, does allow you to see what's down inside. The Maxpedition, all right, they have a net pocket on the inside. I've never used, be quite honest with you. It is dark in there. There is quite a difference. When you're looking, you can see there is quite a difference in there. I honestly never thought the orange would make that big of a deal. There is a size difference between them that really actually does make quite a huge difference. The quality that was put into the Mobius really actually does make up for the slightly smaller size. This is a great bag. Again, there's features on this that I really like. I like the quality put into this, regardless of how strong this is. This is quieter, it's more flexible, more pliable. When I walk, it just stays on my side. It's not bouncing off. Maybe that has something to do with the Cordura, which is a lot softer. When I have this on, when I'm walking, it is literally bouncing. It just doesn't stay next to my side. When I have this, no matter how it just stays blended with my body. Now, the 1000 denier ballistic nylon, not Cordura, is very stiff, very loud. That's a huge problem. I've heard a lot of people talk about Maxpedition gear. It's really not that big of an issue, not for me. I like the strong material, strong bag, backpack, pouches, and so on. This here, because it is Cordura, although very strong, probably as strong, it's more forgiving, it's more giving, it's more pliable, and therefore when it's on my body, it does, let me quickly put this on. All right, see, it just kind of, I hope the camera can see this, it just kind of wraps on the body, right? It just stays there. When I walk, it doesn't move from there. I know this is probably a really bad example, but now let's do this. With this, this does not do that. It does move. When I'm walking and this is loaded, it's doing this. It's doing that. It just doesn't mold to my body, most likely because it's a lot stiffer than the Vanquest. Okay, so I really do appreciate you watching this video, and I hope I just didn't drone on and on about and maybe be too repetitious. There's just so much that I wanted to cover. The Vanquest, I'm telling you, is a fantastic bag. Matter of fact, they both are, and I'm serious. If you were to buy both bags, you spend the extra 20, maybe even 30, and you got the Maxpedition, you're going to be very happy. Very happy. This is a great bag. I'm really leaning towards the Vanquest. I like the better material. I like the softer, even though I talked about the back of the bag, I'm a little concerned about that, but it's not, you know, as I said, it's not a deal breaker. When you have stuff in this bag and it's on my side, this just stays. That's really important because I'm constantly, matter of fact, I was out with my wife several years ago and I was using this one, the Maxpedition, and she even said, she goes, you're constantly adjusting that. I mean, doesn't that drive you nuts? And I'm like, yeah, it kind of does. And I kept meaning to maybe sew it in place, and then I'm like, I don't want to do that because what if I want to take it off? Anyway, I don't see me doing that with this. When you have weight in this, it just stays, and I really like that. And it, like I said, it kind of molds to your body. Sounds a little odd saying that, but it does become one with you, and it just sits there. Again, a little concerned about the backing, the padding. that's not a big deal. It is a little bit smaller. I am going to rethink my bags. I do know Vanquest has some very similar. Maybe little pouches like that. I may pick those up. I am, as I mentioned before, a diabetic. I just got a new type of blood glucose monitor, a check machine, and it's larger than my other one. The case it came with is rather big. The test strips are big. Everything about this new blood glucose monitor is big, which is why it's now in this. I want to kind of downsize my EDC first aid kit. I can do that, and then I'll actually gain a little bit more room inside the Vanquest, because I really am leaning towards keeping this and getting rid of this. When I put this on, like I said, this strap, I'm constantly fixing that. It just kind of bothers me. And when I walk, this bounces. It doesn't feel like it molds to your body, become one with you, whereas the Vanquest does. Although I really like where the grab handle is, as opposed to the grab handle on this one being where that is, in that location. You know, I guess it's really not that big of a deal. The fact that it has a grab handle, I'm happy with. So I'm going to end this now and stop rambling on. 2 great bags. Either one you're going to be extremely happy with. I do hope to pick up some more Vanquest gear. I have more than enough Maxpedition gear. It's time to venture out and start picking up some new brands, which I have already started. Thank you for watching this video, everybody. Be well, stay safe. Please come back for more. If you have not already subscribed, please, I ask that you do. Remember, I'm on Instagram and Facebook. Instagram, I like to share a lot of photo stuff that I really like. Everything you're gonna see there is not mine. I share a lot of other people's stuff, and hopefully send you maybe some business to them. I know it's worked several times for other people, but anyway. 2 great bags, everybody. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.